Alright, so this is with the Ridgeline without the fogs, with the retrofitted projectors with 35 watt 5000K HIDs. It's an improvement. um, the cut line is really sharp. Fortunately, you can't really see there's no wall there, but the range is pretty far actually. So I'm getting it all the way to here, which is pretty fairly reasonable. I'm going to the other side real quick. Now these are all aimed properly. As you can see here, you can get a good amount. Let me get on the roof of the truck just to show you guys how much range these HIDs are. So that's where I'm at. Not bad, right? But check this out. Okay, so now this is with the fogs on. The fogs are 6000K LED. What was dark here earlier now is completely bright, and it actually creates more of a dense lighting in that mix right there with the fogs on, right? Fogs off. It's just, it covers much of more of the shorter distance, so it makes it seem like the HIDs aren't that bright. It might not be that bright because it's 35 watts, but as you can see in the video right now, it's fairly bright. It's a huge improvement over the halogen. With that being said, I haven't played with HIDs, LEDs in 10 years. So here, so that's off, on. It's pretty cool. Oh, actually brings out to right here too, actually. So it's crazy. But yeah, I'm happy with the setup I got right now. There we go. That thing is a beast. I'm not gonna waste my time changing these right here. Those work fine, but that's just clean, man. I couldn't find any LEDs that were 5000 rated. These are 6000 Kelvin, but this looks more actually OEM white. That has more of a bluish tint to it, obviously. Well, being 6000K and all, but it's not annoyingly blue. Like this is more whitish green. That's more whitish blue. So, but I'm fine with the combination actually. So, and that's my review for the retrofitting light setup for my truck. And this is the cutoff line for the projectors. Very clean, and with the high beams. So when you do retrofit your projectors, make sure you actually engage your high beams like 50 times, just to make sure that it won't fail. It's not a guarantee, but just make sure you don't have a bad batch before like close up your headlight and everything like that. But like originally when I installed it and put everything back together, the driver's side projector was actually tilted this way. Just a slight hair. I'm talking like I only did like maybe a 30-second of a turn to correct it. That's how sensitive these projectors are. So just make sure that when you do install it, aim it correctly before gluing everything back up. I thought I did, but unfortunately it wasn't the case. So so now that everything is lined up, it's perfect. Trust me, it's so annoying just to have one straight over here and then one slightly tilted like this. It's annoying. So again, just make sure everything is level before putting everything back, gluing everything back up. So actually, just to touch base on this, when I first did it, I kind of like taped on a wall or the garage door where the halogen bulb cutoff line is. But when you install these projectors, the projector cutoff line is a different location. So I had to like crank up my bowl for my halogen light up fairly quite a bit of a distance just to get it to roughly to where it was. But my driveway wasn't level, so where it wasn't actually accurate. So I just did basically a rough estimate So my Ridgeline is the center of the projector to the ground is 38, I think it is, inches. I went to the wall 25 feet away. I just basically chose 32 inch or 34 inch and then just go off from there, and that's where I'm at right now. So I believe the original cutoff line for my halogen bulb was and when I followed that line with the projectors, they're way too high, so all the street light signs were actually um, just lit up at night. So I figured I was too high up. So I just went with the rule of thumb: measure your center of your bulb 25 feet away from a wall, bring it down 2-3 inches, and that's where I'm at right now with this beam. All right, so I just want to show you guys how or where I mount the ballast. I made brackets for it, and I just riveted it to the frame of the vehicle. I double-sided tape it, but just in case it gets hot or the double-sided tape fails, I have this electrical tape wrapping around the bracket itself. So that's one right there, and then I have another one over here. This is probably the best location for I can just find for this ballast right here. It does gets fairly warm and hot. I mean, I've drove maybe 20 minutes, and this ballast is warm. So, but I don't see the double-sided tape failing because it is pretty snug. But electrical tape just to make sure that it does hold firmly. You don't want it to drop if it does fail or whatever. But yeah, so I have it riveted right there. You can see. I'd rather just have this than just tuck on the side of the fender. There's an opening right here. You can tuck it there if you want. But I just didn't want to have that look, you know. So but this is the color right here of the 5000K HIDs. This I'm not going to change. That looks great, and this is it together. Looks great, man. I'll tell you that. It just looks great.